Hey guys, I am here to get into a character analysis of Fanny and Alexander, which was directed by Ingmar Bergman, released in the year 1982. And this is just a wonderful ensemble cast. Bertolt Guv is the main protagonist of this entire story. He's kind of the ultimate perception of imagination and wonder that kind of is rooted in this entire project, which is generally intended to instill Ingmar Bergman's personality himself. As Guv just experiences a lot of moments of trauma, encountering ghosts, literally talking to higher powers all throughout this film, which makes for a depiction of lost innocence and depth of terrifying moments in the adult world. It ends up kind of being an ultimate statement of just kind of how a person could find magic in the world and maybe preferring finding the beauty of just kind of living in simplicity and having an inner world of simplicity. As this film just runs on a wild, the character just has a wild imagination. And, whenever he's with the Ed Call family, his imagination is very much into the theater, and it's very warm. And then he gets with this other family, the Verguis family, and it's just like it gets completely cold-hearted by contrast. So it's just this kind of like big, almost like a lifetime lesson and foundation he learns through this whole journey. It's really quite a magnificent one. And then Pernilla Alwyn, she is a groundbreaking presence of as Goof's sister, which makes her an ultimate symbol of innocence in all this. She hardly speaks in all of this. It seems like Goof is by far the main focus, but Alwyn's just kind of like a silently innocent sort of figure through all of this. And then Jean Massimo, he's the main villain of the story. He's a really chilly one. He's one of those just unsettling kind of characters in a Bergman film, as he just sucks the soul out of just this the Ed Call family. And Goov and Allen are just trapped in this kind of just horribly spiritually defeating kind of scenario. He's terrorizing because he just has this cold-hearted sort of demeanor, which serves as a destruction against the artistic family, practically. This is a really subtle kind of just character who just serves as a complete contrast to the warmth of the Ed Call family. You kind of get this symbol of corruption. This would be a very corruptive sort of atmosphere for any sort of creative person. And then Eva Froling, she's a very deeply conflicted motherly character who transitions from the vibrant theatrical family, and then you just take the art kind of takes a dark turn. All she's the one who ends up getting into this just marriage with Mademoiselle, which turns out to be quite an abusive one. She really enjoys like her initial film, but then this just all just takes an intense turn, and I think a lot of it's just down to just intense desire to be famous, but yet this just doesn't really land here, and it just turns out this all just unfolds, and then Gunn Walgreen is just this warm and theatrical invitation to the Ed Call family. She has an ultimate purity about it. Her who just seems like she's one of the most confident in the whole story. She's just a wonderful, like, sort of like mother type of figure who just really seems to like. I love all the dialogue. You can feel a lot of the foreshadowing in the Ed Call opening Ed Call scenes where um, she just kind of senses that it's about to go off later on in every sense of the word. And then Bourget Alstead, very charismatic juvenile character. He kind of feels like the ultimate boyish side of the Ed Call family, and he's just a wonderful contrast to the more grounding characters. He's almost kind of the ultimate lighthearted sort of type. He's a wonderful character. Erlen Josephson, he's a great uncle figure who carries a lot of mystique value through all this as something of a wise mentor figure towards guiding Goov into the right direction as a contrast to the brutality faced with the Vergouis family. It's I love these scenes where I feel like Goov is just kind of like getting back into his roots and appreciating him in a whole newfound way. That's kind of what a lot of the film kind of portrays. It's like losing what you once had makes you go back and appreciate it and maybe make even more of it once you have it reacquired and have it back. Um, just a lot of complex humor and warmth with this character. There's just many more like wonderful characters. This is just very fleshed out. I really enjoy seeing like some of the Bergman regular characters. Like he's got like Mats Bergman, Harriet Anderson, Gunnar Bajorsen, Pernilla August. Like these all just stand out as some of my all-time favorite characters. And one of the greatest films I've ever seen.